Welcome to everyone, guys. Been a while until we talked. Sorry, I won't be able to go live for a long period of time as my health is my health is a bit dazed right now. I'm really sick and I will have to recover ASAP. Just to know, I will have to recover. So, been sick these 4 or 5 days. Hope it's better now. So let's. Still don't feel well, but I must stay well to my AV diehard fans and take part in a discussion. So I will analyze this event just to see which fights have been moved. Let me see this fight card. Yeah, I know we had a lot of changes in the upcoming fight card, and now we are going to analyze it. Hopefully, it's going to be a good analysis for all of us. And let's start right now. Steve Garcia versus Charlie Antivirus. I analyzed this fight thoroughly, and I've got to say that Charlie Antivirus was smoked out by Kevin Holland in the last fight. Steve Garcia is a good up-and-coming prospect, and I would be honestly very surprised if Steve Garcia doesn't win this fight. So I picked Steve Garcia. Can't say he is one of my most confident picks of the night, though. But I expect he'll rock. I expect he will definitely. I expect he will definitely put on a show, and yeah, I'm pretty much confident. Pretty much confident we'll see some good aspects on his end. Now our next fight is going to be the clash between Lupita Godinez, and she has a new opponent. I described her Argentinian opponent last time in my morning video. I described her very well, so you can listen to this video if you like. Anything aside of Lupita's win would be a massive surprise. And yeah, her opponent fought big names, the former UFC names at KSW, and she also outworked Vanessa Melo. But I think Lupita and Vanessa Melo are a whole new, different dimension, if you know what I mean. So I'm going with Lupita on that fight. Our next fight is going to be Charles Rosa versus Damon Jackson. The truth is that Charles Rosa was traditionally having a problem with grapplers, as well as you know, and it's never easy to grapple. It's never easy to grapple some hardcore dudes, and Charles Rosa lost to Derek Mina, as well as you know. So this could be a tricky match for him because he will have to grapple and he will have to take part in a slow-paced fight, which again might be a big problem for him. So I think Charles Rosa is generally having a time with high-level grapplers. So I expect Charles Rosa will be really having a hard time against this guy Damon Jackson, and I really think this is not a good matchup for him. So if I have to pick a side, would go here with Jackson, or fight goes into round 3, could be another good pick on this one. Our next fight, Romano versus Mandera. Many people are saying that Alexander Romanov is their lock of the night. Fine, I respect it. Alexander Romanov is undefeated. Hence, you've seen what happened in the fight against Juan Espino. And Romanov was slowing down, which might be a problem against a guy like Gerald Mandera, because if you start slowing down against a guy like Gerald Mandera, it could really ricochet off your head, because he really showed great cardio in his last fight, which you've probably seen. His cardio looked outstanding in his last fight, and I must mention that I was a bit shocked because he really showed some high level cardio work. So many people say heavyweight fighters are not cardio machines. Well, when it comes to Jared Mandera, it's a whole different dimension. It's a whole new level of the game when it comes to Jared Mandera, and I really believe this could be a mistake because Jared Mandera is really, really a powerful guy, really much powerful guy, and he has good cardio. I just think Romano is a better wrestler and grappler, so I expect Romano to out-grapple him. Gonna pick Romano, but not going to be my most confident pick of the night. Now, Jamie Pickett, Laurano, Staropoli. I know that I initially picked Staropoli to win. Yeah, but right now I think I was thinking a lot. Pickett is a finisher. Also, Staropoli is so unpredictable. I think I'm gonna switch my pick to fight not going the distance. So that sounds like the most probable pick here because Staropoli will be fishing for a finish. On the other side, his opponent will try to ride on a roll. His opponent will try to land some brutal shots. Will try to land some brutal bombs. Pickett could finish him. It's not that Pickett can't finish the fight. Oh yeah, he can. Believe me, he can. So I'm gonna go with the fight not going the distance. I did a thorough analysis of these matches. I did a lot of analysis, so you can check it out and see the way it goes. So Chris Gutierrez, Felipe Colares, the trickiest fight on the whole card. Yeah, this is the trickiest fight on the whole card, and this is really giving me headaches. Like even when I watch the odds, Gutierrez minus 265. Man, so tricky fight. One of the trickiest fights I've ever seen here, honestly. And I'm gonna tell you that I'm going with Gutierrez, but not super confident. Not super confident about this fight. I saw that Staropoli Pickett is cancelled. Really? I didn't know that. Really? Hope all is well, Cowboy. So. I mean, life goes on. It's okay. I'm feeling a bit better right now, but I haven't got my medical treatment yet. So I don't know. We're doing okay. So you say Staropoli Pickett is cancelled. Didn't know that. But okay, in the case it's cancelled, then we have one trickier fight less. So that could be good. I mean, I don't like when the bout is cancelled, but at least less tricky for bettors. Gutierrez, Colares gonna go with Gutierrez. Now let's go with my lock of the night, Phil Hawes. Guys, Darren Wynn is a pure wrestler, 100% wrestler. So against Phil Hawes, wrestling will not work as well as you know. How are you doing, Real News MMA? Against a guy like Phil Hawes, wrestling will not work. It's simple. It's very simple. Wrestling will not work against a guy like Phil Hawes. And I don't expect anybody to out-wrestle Phil Hawes. Darren Wynn, he's very poor striking. I mean, we've seen in the match against Antonio Arroyo that he was constantly trying to shoot in. I'm super confident on Phil Hawes to win this fight, and anything else aside of Phil Hawes win would be a massive, massive surprise. So for this fight, I'm very, very confident. Sabina Mazo, Maria Agapova. Another very tricky fight to pick. And when we discuss the battle trickiness here, Maria Agapova could defeat the best names. Well, thanks, man. I like Hawes as well. Yeah. Maria Agapova can piece up the best fighter in the world, and she could lose to a total rookie. As well as you know, Maria Agapova could lose to a total rookie. You know that very well. Alongside me, you know that. So I'm pretty much confident we will see some really, really good performance along the way. And this is one also the trickiest fights to pick. But I think Mazo could be slower, but at least she fights the same every single day. Like Agapova is so unpredictable. Gonna go with Mazo or gonna go with fight not going the distance. Or either not going the distance or maybe goes into round 3 could be a good one, but either Mazo to win or not going the distance. Mateus Nicolau, Tim Elliott have no courage to pick a side here. I'm gonna say that Mateus Nicolau should be a favorite. Don't know, haven't watched the odds. Yeah, Mateus Nicolau is a favorite, but I believe Tim Elliott is tricky enough to give him a hard time. So Team Elliott is actually way more trickier than you expected in the first place, and I'm expecting that Team Elliott could really give Mateus Nicolau a hard time. So if you ask me who's gonna win in this fight, I really think I like no distance for the last 4 fights. I think Nicolau versus Elliott could also go into round 3. I expect that because Nicolau is tricky and his opponent is as tricky as well. So I expect we will be having a good slugfest in this fight. So, but I don't see a knockout. Don't see an early knockout. If a knockout happens, I expect it's gonna happen very late in the third. So I'll go with fight advances into round 3. The next fight is Jared Gooden versus Randy Brown. Also, I'm not much confident of Randy Brown, despite he is a super huge favorite heading into this fight. But gonna go with Randy Brown because I don't believe Gooden's stamina. That's one and only reason. It's not like, yeah, Randy Brown hits hard. That's true. Randy Brown is hitting very hard. I mean, he destroyed Brian Barberena, but Jared Gooden is a tricky, powerful guy. So never say that Jared Gooden has no chances in this match. It would be totally wrong. So I'm gonna go with Randy Brown, but yeah, just pay attention to this fight. Anything can happen. And for the main event of the evening, as well as you know, I picked Mackenzie Dern. Hence, I'm a die-hard fan of Marina Rodriguez. So again, I went against my heart. And I'm a die-hard fan of Marina Rodriguez. I don't like Mackenzie Dern. I can't call myself a hater of Mackenzie, but I don't like her fighting style. But she worked a lot on her boxing, her BJJ rocks, which could be a big problem against Marina Rodriguez, because if Marina gets dragged to the ground, her Muay Thai will be ineffective. As long as Marina keeps the fight standing, she will have great chances to win the fight. So we have to play a very cautious game here. Mackenzie Dern could submit her, or Marina Rodriguez could piece her up via her violent strikes. She is way better striker, plus she has sweeps, clinches. On the other side, Mackenzie Dern's takedown offense is pretty good. I picked Dern, but I want to see Dern smashed. If you're asking me for an honest opinion, I want to see Mackenzie Dern smashed, but I picked her to win in this fight. So, lock of the night, Hodge. It's gonna be Phil Hodge. He is going to be my lock of the night. And if you ask me about more confident picks on this card, well, I have to say 3, right? I'm going to go with Lupita Godinez against Silvana Gomez Juarez. I think she has very good chances to win the fight. And my pick number 3 should be Alexander Romano, but I'm not that confident at Romano. So these are my three pick game. That could be my choice for a 3-pick game. But the problem is I'm still unsure. Still unsure how it could play out. So yeah, these are my expectations. Just to add something to the description, then you can ask me whatever you want. Okay, ask me questions. Okay, you can ask me questions, whatever you want, you can ask me. Feel free to ask me. Sam Hughes isn't fighting Godinez anymore. I'm not sure if you know that. Yes, I told you that she's fighting Silvana Juarez. Yes, I told you. -275, but I really think that Mackenzie Dern is going to win that fight. Yeah, sorry, Mackenzie Dern, Lupita Godinez is going to win that fight. I actually made a video in the morning, in the case you missed it. I made a video in the morning of analyzing Lupita Godinez versus Silvana Gomez Juarez. Yeah, I'm picking Lupita Godinez for that fight. And I'm more happy because Lupita Godinez is not fighting Sam Hughes, because I believe Silvana Gomez Juarez could be more suitable opponent for her. Yeah, go ahead with questions. Maria Agapova, Sabina Mazo. One of the hardest fights to predict on the whole card, but I picked Sabina Mazo to win. I know Sabina Mazo is a slower fighter, that's true, but Maria Agapova is super unpredictable. I also like no distance in that fight because either Mazo is going to irritate her with her slow-paced fighting, either Agapova gonna piece her up, either Agapova gonna get tired in round 3. So yeah, I also like no distance in that fight. Romano and Mandera Southpaw versus Orthodox. Do you think we can get better value with minus 1.5? The problem is Romanov enjoys. Yes, you can get better value, but Romanov enjoys long wars. And first of all, if Romanov wants to finish, he has to do it early on because Vandera will be extremely dangerous in round 3. And you know that very well. You've seen the last fight. So if you want a risky pick, minus 1.5 sounds like a good choice. And yeah, you are definitely going to get a good value. I think. How much is the value for that? Can you check it out at your bookie, please? Oh man, just driving by like the young team to say that interview was a banger. Thank you, Otis. Yeah, it was. I also interviewed a Welsh prospect, Jamie Aiden James. Yeah, I also interviewed a Welsh prospect, Aiden James. So you can check it out later, guys, please. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So yeah, Aiden James, yeah, that's him. So yeah, that's like how everything is. Yeah, 115 for Romano, 160 for fight, ending inside 1.5 rounds. Well, if Romano wants to end the fight early on, he will have to go. He'll have to go within 1.5, and yeah, you can get a better value. But I was thinking you're gonna get a plus value there. Oh man, I think Romanov is heavily overrated in that fight. Oh, Dom, how are you, man? Big ratings. Hey, I think you will love this guy. No, you will like this interview, man. The guy is from Swansea. Welsh. You will like the interview. Aiden James, Cage Warriors dude. Also, man, yeah, Aiden James. I had Josh Reed. I had Mason Jones. A lot of Welsh prospects. I had Corey McKenna. Yeah, more and more great Welsh fighters. I had Aaron Khalid. He's also from Wales. Yeah, check my latest interview, please. You will like this guy. Yeah, I will now post. Yeah, ask me questions, please. Please ask questions, whatever you want. I'm keen on responding. Very nice. Yeah, he's from Swansea, man. I think you're gonna love the guy. You're gonna love the guy. The guy is from Swansea. I was expecting you will like. I was expecting you will like the interview, man, because he is a Swansea dude, and that could be very beneficial for you in the first place because technically it's from the same state. Yeah. This is my interview with Aiden James. So, Cage Warriors name, please check it out. So let's dive into the world of technical odds. Now I'm gonna say some technical odds here, like technical for better value. Here you go, Garcia via stoppage. That could be good value. Is this parlay good? Brown, Dern, Hose, Romano, Gutierrez. These are all my picks, man. Yeah, I picked Brown, Dern, Hose, Romanov, and Gutierrez. I picked all of them. So I agree with that prediction. I'm kind of scared for Brown and Dern for Brown. I'm kind of scared for Brown, Dern, and Gutierrez in that one. So, but these are my picks though. So I would have to agree. With that. Paulo Costa versus Vettori. Yes, it's gonna be the next good fight. Awesome. Yes, I got this parlay from you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Next, If Antivirus doesn't fold like a lawn chair after getting hit once, do you see any path for victory? His only path for victory is to keep the fight standing, because if it gets dragged to the ground, Garcia is way better on the ground. Antivirus will have to keep this fight standing. That's his only one and only key to victory, is keeping this fight standing. And keeping it standing by any means necessary. I literally mean by any means necessary. So not like thinking of keeping it standing. If you want to keep it standing, you got to do it. You got to keep it standing, and keep it standing by any means necessary. So like no surrender, no retreat. Keep it standing by literally any means necessary. That's the only way for him to win the fight. Most confident pick. Most confident pick for me on this card is going to be Phil Hawes. That's going to be my most confident. Oh, happy birthday, man! Can see Hawes win a fight turning into a wrestling heavy match gold plus 2.5. I agree. It's gonna be heavy wrestling, and on the other side, Win knows not in a side of wrestling. It kind of worries me, but Hawes via decision sounds like a good plus pick, if I have to say. Or Hawes to win via decision sounds like a good one, but he's not a better wrestler. I come to see you if you're live. We have a beer. Awesome, man. Keep it up, man. Yeah, I've been from time to time. I've been live, but I'm a bit sick, so my voice is kind of fucked up. But I'm very happy because you're here, man. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you have a job right now, so I hope this is looking better on your end. It actually makes me happy that everything is looking better on your end, man. I'm so pleased that everything is looking better on your end, and I hope you're gonna advance a bit more, man. I really hope you're gonna advance a bit more. I hope it's gonna look way better. Also, more confident picks. Lupita Godinez is also one of my confident picks, despite her opponent has changed, and also Romano is my pick number 3, but it's not like I'm super confident. I can say I'm super confident at Phil Hawes. I wouldn't say better. Got to get up at 2 a.m. It's okay for a while. I understand, man. When you have to go to sleep so early on, it's hard. I know life is hard from time to time, but it can get better, as the time goes by. For example, my screening time is limited due to my health issues. Yeah, my leave to work is off next week, so I'm going in at 6. Whoa, you're going in at 6. Wow, that's hard, man. That's a hard way to go. But it's important that you have a job that you're feeling at least a bit better. That's very much important, and I'm pretty much happy to see that everything is going better on your end. It actually means a lot to me, man. Like when it's going better on your end, it actually means a lot to me. I was yesterday and today trying to cover more of the events, and it actually sounded really well for me. Sounded really well on my end. This weekend I'm going to cover UFC, and that's gonna be it because of my health issues. I was thinking of staying for a Wilder fight, but it's well, actually my back are fine, but I'm having some other health issues. I have some neurological problems, so until I undergo MRI, nobody will know what's happening. My back are okay right now. From time to time, my back hurt, but it's not a big deal. We did with like 5-6 years. It's not a big deal, man. And underdog of the night, I forgot to tell you my underdog of the night. Wilder fight will be worth staying for. Yes, I know, man, but I would gladly stay, but my health is pretty much fucked up, so I'll have to skip that one. I know Wilder fight would bring a lot of views, etc., but my health is pretty much fucked up, so right now I'm not confident I'm gonna do it. Let me see about underdogs. Well, I haven't picked a single underdog. That's strange. But if you want to risk with an underdog, Agapova has greater chances. Yeah, from underdogs, I think Agapova has the greatest chances. I would give the greatest chances to Agapova than Marina Rodriguez. From underdogs, if you're asking me who could pull out an upset, that could be it. Lad, what's going on, brother? Jackson, Romano, and Jose is the parlay this week. What are your? My is Romanov, Jose, and Godinez. And I also picked Jackson to win. Actually, I also picked Jackson to win. No. Netflix is actually popular in my state, but I don't have it. I'm not. I'm a fan of classic movies, and my TV stations are showing classic movies. Netflix is for new movies, so. But I'm not much like into new movies. I like movies 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So yeah, I know what is Netflix. It's pretty much popular in my state. Many people purchased it, but I'm not not a big fan of new movies. I'm classic dude. Your thoughts? I think this is good pick. Jackson, Romanov, and Jose are also my picks, AG. So I think you have good chances of scoring. I usually don't pick so many favorites. I actually rarely pick many favorites, but it seems this time I made an exception. I picked a lot of favorites, which is really much not normal for me in the first place, but that's the way it goes. That's really much the way it goes. They have all movies and series on Netflix. Yes, I know. But TV stations, for example, in the package that I'm paying, TV stations offer classic TV shows, classic movies, etc. So I can just open my remote control and find it because I paid for that. So it's like 10 years ago or sooner. I pay anyway $35, so it enters my package. So yeah, but if I ever wish watching new movies, then I will definitely pay for Netflix. That's actually a good way to have fun. Can't be the old school films. I'm a diehard old school dude, man, when it comes to movies. I don't know why, but yeah, add Jackson to the parlay, bro. I agree with picking Jackson. I agree with picking Jackson because Charles Rosa is having a hard time with good grapplers. You've seen how his match against Mina went. So yeah, you've seen how that match went. I mean, in my state, that's a good thing. For example, I already pay my package for internet and TV, and for $35, you get access to classic movies and classic TV shows. So it's like when I want to watch, I just press the button and I can choose which one I watch. And these are all TV shows that I love. For example, Prison Break. I have all of them. It's entering the package. For example, Prison Break, Breaking Bad. These are good ones. And yeah, it's actually good, but we don't have new movies. Of course, you can pay Netflix. Absolutely, you can pay Netflix. Many people do it though, but I'm old school, dude. I'm heavy old school, dude, man. People say like, let's go old school. I could never change that. Could never change that way of thinking. Yeah, even at the sorry, my health. Even at the old era, I was always watching this old school. You know, which was my favorite movie when I was a kiddo. This was my favorite movie when I was a kiddo. That was my favorite movie. But when I grew up, well, then this one. I think this movie is like the best movie ever made with Saving Private Ryan. Like they're fishing for Private Ryan all around Normandy, all around Europe, all around that front. They are unable to find him, so it's like saving Private Ryan could be my movie number one that I want to see on the big screens. That could definitely be it. But on the other side, yeah, for this, when you're asking me about this fight card, Usual Suspects is one of my top flicks. Oh, I know, I've heard of that movie. Watched it, but it was a bit earlier though. I like military movies, historical movies. I also like horror movies, science fiction. For example, this movie is good. I like this movie, Doom, that was made according to a video game. When they go to Mars, you know what happens, and this is also a good movie. I like scary movies, though. I'm not gonna lie that I don't. I do. I do like a lot of scary movies. So it depends, but all of them are like I wouldn't know where to start with a favorite movie. I know Saving Private Ryan. When I was a kiddo, it was Space Jam. Like back in that day, we were renting those tapes from video clubs. I rented that tape, and I was watching it. I think I was watching it 7 or 8 times in a row, and it still wasn't boring. I rented that videotape for 2 days. My parents were like, "Why are you doing this? Are you out of your mind?" I said, "Well, I love it. Well, I love it, man." So yeah, it was a funny movie. Back when I was 12 years old, Space Jam appeared. It was one of my favorite movies. The Exorcist scared me when I watched as a kid. I know I watched that movie. Yeah, it is very much scary. When I was a kid, I watched The Ringer more than 5 times. I watched The Ringer also. Yeah, I know. I watched, and this one is also also good. Nightmare in Elm Street. This one is good. Uh, this one is good, and this one is also good. I watch all of them. My favorite scary movies are between those three. Kind of hard to decide if you could put all of them in one movie. And yeah, and this one. I don't know whether they released. I don't know whether they released part two though. Not sure whether they released part two or not. The Ringer is a comedy movie. Uh, I was thinking you were talking about The Ring. Yeah, The Ring is a Japanese movie. That's a Japanese scary movie. I didn't watch Ringer though. I like comedy horror like Evil Dead 2 and Drag Me to Hell. Yes, I know Evil Dead 2. I watched that movie. Drag Me to Hell. I think I watched it, not sure though. Close Name to the Ring. Yeah, Close Name to the Ring. Um, I like every single movie with zombies, but I forgot their names. I watched many movies with zombies. Left 4 Dead was one of my favorite video games when I was a kiddo. I remember that when I was younger, Left 4 Dead was very popular video game. But yeah. Anyway, when I was a kid, I used to play video games. Now I don't do it that much because you have so many obligations, and when you have a lot of obligations, it's kind of hard to play video games in the first place. So sometimes you simply don't have time to do that. I would like to have more time to play my lovely video games, but I haven't played a video game for haven't done it for ages, man. Literally haven't done it for ages. Haven't played any video game for ages. So yeah, for this great upcoming fight card, yeah. The Omen is old school. Apparently, in Omen, strange things happened for real. Yes, I've heard about that. I've heard that some strange things really happened in that strategy. So I was thinking a lot about some old school like uh, mm, how is that video game name? Hold on. Do you know this video game? This was also one of my favorite video games. Fear. That was good. Which else? Mm, Serious Sam. This one. When I was a kiddo, didn't have many much of the favorite ones though. And of course UFC. UFC also. That UFC version. And Fight Night. That boxing version. These were also my favorite video games. I wasn't like a shootout dude, and yeah, I wasn't a shootout dude. First games I played were Turok 2 and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Haven't played them. Back in my day, the best arcade game was Afterburner. Totally awesome. I remember that video game. I do remember that. Haven't played it though, but I've seen the highlights. And you know, my favorite shootout game is this. Wild West, Cold and White. And also driving and shooting, this one. Mafia comes first, and my favorite Mafia part is the City of Lost Heaven. Definite Edition is a remake of the City of Lost Heaven. Then we got Mafia 2, Mafia 3, Operation Wolf. I do remember. And this one was popular when I was a kiddo. Unfortunately, I haven't played it. That's a very old edition. Yeah, I have only played GTA. I played Mafia a lot when I was a kiddo. GTA, no, not much. Also played NHL once, but I didn't like it. Too hard to play. Oh, and Siege. I played Halo and Call of Duty and a little Fortnite. Halo, I think I didn't play. Call of Duty, maybe I played when I was a kid, or maybe not sure. Haven't been a die-hard fan of that video game. Fortnite, didn't play it. Siege, I know which one is that. I know which one is Siege, but I didn't participate. Didn't participate much in that, but yeah, hope that Siege is a good. Hope that Siege is a good video game. Yeah. Which else? Goals and Ghost was a sick game. You can tell my age. Well, probably you're older. I'm 33 years old, and I liked those older video games. You know, from 2000, 2004, 5. I used to play video games when I was younger. Then when I moved to college, the last game I played was this one on PC. Project IGI. That was the last video game I played. I'm 33 years old. That was the last video game I played on PC. And on PlayStation, this one. Tekken 7. I used to play it with my friend. But I'm always playing with Horang. I'm always playing. I only know to play well with Horang, and I know a bit with Link Show You. Super Nintendo. I had back in 1991 Star Fox and Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 was a classic game. I only play with this character. I know to play with him and a bit with her. But Horang for me is the easiest way to play because my first martial art was Taekwondo, so I understand all of his moves. I know it takes time to get into the spirit of things, to follow the routine etc., but that's the way it goes, guys. That's how it goes, how it plays out in the first place. Oh man, I had an NBA game for Super Nintendo. Me and my friend would play and just run around the court straight arming people. Super Nintendo was an old console. Super Nintendo was a very very much old console. I do remember it. Hence, it was pretty much old, but I do remember how it looked like in the first place. Hasn't been my point of interest though, but we could have enjoyed it. Yeah, we could have enjoyed it. That's true. We could have really enjoyed it. I will be live for 5 more minutes because my health is kinda shaken, so won't be able to go much more live. Yeah. Yeah, running around the circles, that was a good idea to remember. I do remember running around the circles. Is always attractive. Have you heard of Run Escape or Habbo? Run Escape, yes. that other video game. No run escape I've heard of. Thanks for your parlay and picks, bro. No problem, man. No problem. UFC I will follow. So let's rock it up together. Let's light it up. Yeah, 5 more minutes. I'm live. I would stay longer, but man, with dazed health, it's kind of hard. I know people are thinking that I'm slowing down, that I'm not much active on YouTube anymore, but my screen time is limited. Plus, today I was working on some writing. I was doing some writing today. I earned pretty much fair for my stay. Tomorrow, to the day after tomorrow, I also have to do some writing professional because I don't work at that web design company anymore. I can't go to work because of my vertigos, so I have to focus on working from home. It's gonna be very challenging because I got used to have some dynamics in my life, but this time I won't be able to have dynamics. So we will see how it will play out in the first place. I was unable. I can't travel to work because of my vertigos. Mustn't travel too much, and it affects badly on my health. Doctor is also against a lot of travel, so we just parted our ways normally. Maybe one day I will continue working, but yeah. How do you begin getting jobs writing from home for companies? MMA. Well, I got a job at writing a few years ago. I have a profile at Upwork. That's how I started. I kicked off as a fitness writer though, then I transitioned to, it's not just MMA, it's everything martial arts related. And also I do fitness writing, but not that much. I'm more martial arts oriented. Yeah, I made a profile at Upwork. So it's not that I earn God knows how much, but at least it's not boring when we don't have UFC and such things coming up. At least it's not boring. At least I'm trying. I mean, UFC is a good career, but it can't be safe. There are more and more podcasters, and people are playing very very smart. You have very intelligent people that you got to deal, and whatever you do, you can't. I mean, I kicked off too late. Guru, for example, the MMA Guru kicked off on time, and he made a great channel. Plus, Guru wasn't dealing health issues, just like me. I got Marina Rodriguez. Actually, we're on the opposite sides right now. I want Marina Rodriguez to win so badly, and I want to see Dern losing because I'm not a fan of her. But unfortunately, I believe Dern is going to win. So unfortunately, I think Dern is going to win. I'm not a big fan of Mackenzie Dern, if that means something. No, I'm not a fan of Mackenzie Dern at all. But unfortunately, I believe she has all the chances to win the fight. Yeah, I think she has all the chances to win the fight. I think she's riding on a great score, so we will see her. I hope Rodriguez will keep the fight standing. If Rodriguez keeps the fight standing, she will piece her up. But if the fight gets dragged to the ground, Rodriguez's submission defense is not good enough to stop Mackenzie Dern. That's what I'm afraid of. And Muay Thai fighters are actually known for pretty solid takedown defense, but in this case, maybe that is not going to happen. Just in this case, I'm saying I'm not confident this is going to happen. And yeah, right now, like I'm getting back to reffing also this weekend, but I'm still dazed with my health. But I can't stay at home all day, man. It's boring. It's like boring. Can't even train right now. Literally can't do anything. It's fucked up, man. You can't do anything. It's so fucked up. But you got to get yourself together. Life is not. What Rocky says. No rainbows. I think there needs only one takedown. Unfortunately, I agree with you. Life is not made of sunshines and rainbows, as well as you know. That's what Rocky said. It's a very nasty place, but it's not about how hard you can strike. It's about how hard hit you can handle. And this was the worst year for me. In my whole life, this was the worst year I've ever had, but I will never surrender. Whatever it happens, I will never surrender. That's how everything goes. I mean, you know who surrenders, and that's not going to be me. Not this time. This is the wrong time of the year for surrender. Definitely the wrong time of the year. Yeah, I also believe Dern needs only one takedown. I want to see Marina keeping that fight standing, but unfortunately, that is not going to happen. I want that to happen so badly. My heart is always saying Marina Rodriguez. I'm a die-hard fan of Marina Rodriguez, and this time I picked against my heart. I picked a fighter I don't like to win. I'm not a fan of Mackenzie Dern. I mean, very much, but she improves her boxing a lot. Her boxing is way better. In her last fight, she looked like a professional boxer, which surprised me, which really much surprised me, because I didn't expect her boxing skills are gonna be that good. I underestimated her boxing in the fight against Virna Jandiroba, and I'm not keen on making the same mistake over and over. I'm not keen on doing that. So I hope this time we will see something different on the end of Mackenzie Dern. I hope we will see something different on the end of Marina Rodriguez, for example. Good takedown defense. Hey, Camouflage, how's everything going? Let me guess, you are happy because of this guy this weekend. He's fighting again, man. Can he pull out an upset again and shock the wall? This is your dude. Good. How's everything doing, man? Yeah, I've got Elliot by Wrestling Clinic. For that fight, I picked fight goes into round 3. That's what I picked. I have no courage to pick a side. Oh, yeah. So, man. Not working in that web design company anymore because of my health. I had to part ways with them. I can't travel to work because of my issues and because of my vertigo. So maybe we temporarily parted ways, but hard life is coming for me. That's what people say. Now friends are trolling me saying that all the years of hard work are gonna come for me right now. They're trolling me right now, but we will see. I'm doing really well right now. I mean, my health is not good, but I'm doing well. I will get back to reffing this weekend. Also, I will try it out. Yeah, Marina has very, very, very good takedown defense. Yes, she does. I think around 90%, something like that, or 88, something like that. I forgot. She know Dern will try to grapple. Yes, I know she will try. Yeah, I know Camouflage is very happy because of Robert Helenius. At the moment, he is the best Finnish boxer this weekend. He'll fight on that undercard. That undercard gonna be good. I'm only covering UFC this weekend because of my health issues. But I would like if my health was better so I could have covered Deontay Wilder, but that's not happening this time. You are a ref in cage or a points ref? No, I'm soccer referee. I'm soccer referee. Assistant referee, the guy with the flag. That guy who holds the flag. Assistant ref. Things will get better. You can't be on top of the mountain without climbing it. Absolutely. You have to be down in order for us to be at the top. I'm having some hard times too. Yeah, man, me too. I mean, for my 33 years, I've never experienced so long health issues. For example, I ended up in the hospital 8 years ago. I nearly died, but it lasted only 2 days. Then I was recovering for 7 days, and then maybe 6 more days after that, and I got recovered. And this lasts for 2 months, and nobody knows what's the problem with vertigos and such things. Nobody knows what's the problem, literally. Yeah. I took it like in February. Yeah, I did. Yeah, in February, man. I mean, my state is pretty much good when it comes to that aspect of the game because they enabled us to choose between four of them. They enabled us to choose between 4 vaccines. So it's okay. Yeah, I took it in February, March. Like, can't be. Thanks God, 4 COVID tests were negative. So I'm negative to that. Thanks God. But we'll see. We'll see what's when it happened in the first place. Anyway, yeah, you can't be on the top of the mountain without climbing it. That's true. You really can't. I just hope I'm gonna get back to training. Also, assistant referee for soccer. That's okay. That's okay job. That's okay the job to do. Anyway, I would stay for longer, but right now, sorry guys, I have to go right now. I have to get some rest and hope I will be feeling better in the days to come. And this weekend, I'll probably follow the vein. And don't forget to check this lovely MMA event. We're gonna have fun together. Let's go. Let's go. Have a good one, guys. Night to everybody.